Srimad Bhagavad Gita, chapter number 7, verse number 25. A beautiful verse. Na aham prakashah sarvasya yogamaya samavritah. Mudha ayam na abhijanati lokah mam ajam avyayam. I am the unborn, imperishable, immutable. This is the echo that probably dawns within the master of all times, Adi Guru Muni Vedvyas. The cosmic wind conveys through its own whispers that I am immutable, I am unborn, I am there, yet not apparent to everybody. Samavrita means something which is veiled, covered. By what? Through Yogamaya. Yoga means to enjoin. Maya means delusion. Delusion means something that does exist but does not exist the way it appears to exist. That's delusion. The difference between illusion and delusion stands that illusion has no existence. Delusion has an existence, but not the way as it appears. Adi Guru Muni Vedvyas conveys that cosmic entity, the ultimate reality, it pervades everywhere, exists everywhere, but is veiled through its own connivance, through its own conspiracy that we understand as Yoga Maya. An enjoyment of a delusion, delusive force, which disallows anybody and everybody, barring few, that they are not able to observe, experience the ultimate reality as it is. And the system that veils has been termed as Yoga Maya. What is Maya over here? Maya is the interplay of three primal forces that act through human propensities, urges, activities, known as Sato, Rajo and Tamo. Sat, Raj, Tam. The agitations created by the Rajas every minute, the withdrawal of wisdom and a creep and a bent of mind towards something which gives a very belittled joy. The connivance of these forces creates a very delusive veil upon the understanding of a human, disallowing it to experience the deeper understanding about the ultimate reality. Human cravings, urges, outcome of past propensities and present life habituation, they all function at the verge, at the trigger of these three forces that primarily connive and conspirate to create a veil. Their motion is so powerful that one is not able to understand why I am thinking so, why I am responding so, why do I always act in such a manner, why am I so? The veil cast by the interplay of these forces absolutely ensures that a being is bereft of a deeper understanding where it can easily distance and see the play of these forces, the interplay created by the forces. The need for vairagya is to distance. The need for vairagya is to detach. The need for vairagya is to disengage. The need for vairagya is to unmount the veil created by these three forces. Around 20 years ago, the cinema that we watch today used to be imprinted upon celluloid tapes, and the tape was moved upon a wheel in a projector that used to catch the motion of that celluloid film and then cast its projection on the screen in the form of a motion. And that story that used to be played through that motion was powerful enough through the deployment of sound and motion that anybody and everybody could be easily swayed. The characters projected into that screen would entangle with so intense, intimate relationship with the viewer that one would consider oneself as a part of that story, get entangled with the characters of the story. All happenings happening on the screen would easily be able to create distortions into the inner chemistry of the viewer. To that extent was the entanglement. One would not be able to understand that whatever is being cast as a projection is a delusion that has been created, where my indulgence has gone to such an extent that I am not able to come out of it. I become a part and parcel of it. People, when used to come out of the cinema halls, used to gather and carry back various kinds of dresses, various kinds of dialogues, various kinds of behavioral patterns. People could be easily seen on the streets singing songs, behaving in a particular manner. They could be easily observed as trying to copy that star in its garb. They wanted to become and morph into that character which was merely a projection cast onto the celluloid. Take a person from the auditorium, from the hall, at the back end of the projector, show him that celluloid, hand him over that reel, devoid of its motion. Even a slightest movement of the hand from here to here would seek deployment of at least 50 shots, 50 different clips when added together and moved in a motion shall enable the hand lift to this extent. This was the wonder that was caused by the delusive connivance of the motion. But the moment you come on and watch that celluloid in your hand, the tape, that film, you go on moving it in your fingers, bereft of sound and motion. Do you think that it will be able to indulge you to that extent? Not at all. And this is what happens with Yoga Maya. Through Yoga Maya, these three propensities, these three forces, they connive to create an interplay, namely the Sato, Rajo and Tamo, to such an extent that the motion created by them, accompanied with the voice, the audio part, is enough to create a matrix and sway the understanding of the viewer. This life too is not much different to that example that we have right now we have understood. This illustration proves that a yogi is able to detach, disengage, unmount from the ongoing interplay of these forces that either agitate or take into inertia, or for a momentary basis, one becomes wise. He would detach from there, acquire an inner equanimity and inner equipoise to such an extent that all ongoings before him are happenings, and he is absolutely insulated from them, untouched, unscathed, unperturbed, disassociated. During those moments, a yogi is able to have that deeper understanding, the deeper experience about the ultimate reality. Commonly, it's not possible. Na abhijanati. People know bits about the ultimate reality, maybe dogmatic, but not to the conclusive end. Na abhijanati. They know little, but not in absolute terms. About whom? The one who is unborn. The one who is immutable, cannot be mutated into anything and through any extent. And it all happens at the behest of the system created by the one, which is the Brahma, the ultimate reality. It is able to stage its connivance by deployment of Maya, constituted by three forces, Sato, Raju and Tamo. And the motion is so strong, so fast, so irresistible, that one is entrapped into it, not for one life, but for lives together. Encased, enveloped into 5 subtle layerings of Annamay, Pranamay, Manomay, Vijnanamay, Anandamay. One is not able to come out of it. It exists, yet it is not apparent to anyone and everyone. One must acquire due eligibility before one can capacitate to lay claim, not exactly lay claim, but to be able to absorb, to be able to experience the ultimate reality, the pervasiveness, omniscience, omnipresence of it. This particular understanding bequeathed upon us through this particular verse approximates a seeker closer towards the veil of Maya. If there is a light behind the curtain, you may not be confronting the light in direct form, yet the proximity towards it, despite of the veil in between, does emanate some light upon to you. Maybe the emanation of the light is to a small extent, but one cannot say that no, I negate the presence of the light behind the veil. If there is a light behind the veil of the cloth, maybe white cloth, one shall certainly affirm, yes, there is light on the other side. Maybe I haven't confronted direct form, but yes, it is apparent to me. Likewise, to any seeker who is undergoing the cycle of the journey of evolution, by understanding such knowledge, such esoteric knowledge, one would affirm, yes, I am approximating the light. There exists a veil between me and the light. But I affirm that light does exist. There is a veil. Maybe soon the veil shall also disappear. Its termination shall automatically happen the moment I am able to dissociate, disengage, and unmount the connivance of my own propensities and the forces that create their interplay, Sato, Raju and Tamo. This is the understanding bestowed by this particular verse of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. More to come in the next classroom. Till then, Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om.